Hello, YouTube.
Hello.
So today I think has wrapped up to be the worst one we've had in Japan, I would say.
2 weeks in to our trip. And
Literally,
today.
Today is the
second
first
week.
No, last day of the second week. Yes.
Yeah.
It was doing good in the morning. We went to school. We had an orientation session. Learned how to deal with earthquakes. We had a tour with my tutor. Had a nice lunch. But then.
But like before we get into that, let's talk about yesterday.
Oh yeah. Right.
So yesterday was first day of orientation at Ayama. So all the new international students were there. So we got to meet up with our other UVMers. So shout out to Eric, Jessica, and Luke.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that was a fun day. It wasn't that long. It's like from what, 10:30?
Yeah, 10:30 to 2.
Yeah.
About.
So it's pretty quick. Like we talked about. We met up with a tutor. Gave us a quick tour.
She got a library permission, and I got my passwords all corrected.
Yeah. So
we did the opposite of that today.
Yeah. But after orientation, we all wanted to get Pasmo cards. So us UVMers went to Shibuya Station to figure that out.
Try to get our cards.
Yeah.
Oh, the Pasmo card. What it is you tell them which 2 stations, or you write on the application form.
So from start to end.
And then you pay a certain amount, depending on which stations, I think, and what line it is.
And how long you want it. So, like, you get to choose, 1, 3, or 6 months duration.
And then you get unlimited rides on that specific line in between those 2 stations.
Yeah.
And so we did the Ginza line, since that's the one we used to get to school every day. And it was about, I would say, 220
It was like $266
bucks
when I checked.
With the exchange? Oh, how did it... Anyway.
Yeah, but it's confusing. But, yeah, so we pay, for 6 months, we pay, 25,510 yen. Which is not... It's a good deal. We calculated, we saved, over $100.
Yeah.
So it was worth it.
Yeah.
And, if you want to go to other stations, outside that line, you just have to add in money to the card. And it's so easy. You just go to the machine where you buy your tickets and just, scan, insert your card and add in and do whatever.
So you don't have to get little paper tickets every time, which is really nice.
Very convenient. But, yeah, so we got to Shibuya Station and asked the front desk, where to sign out for that. And, we went to JR line because I guess, it wasn't clear enough on, what kind of car we wanted.
And we also kind of didn't know the card. We needed a card of some kind.
We asked someone, and she just said, we heard Pasmo and we heard IC. It's
okay.
What name is this? So, but anyways, so we went to JR because, we saw a line there. And so...
And it did... The things were for which station to which station. It was everything we needed. We knew we needed to fill out. So that must be it.
Yeah. So we filled it out, and the form was all in Japanese, but a very short form, but all in Japanese. And we were struggling. Maybe what was it 20 minutes?
20 minutes just filling out the piece of paper.
Yeah. So that was fun. Google Translate helped us.
Yeah.
But
thank you, Jessica.
Yeah, go Jessica. But after we finished filling it out, we got in line. It was a pretty long line. It took us half an hour just waiting in there until it got to our turn.
In that line.
Yeah. So we waited, and once it was finally our turn, apparently we were in the wrong line to get the card, because that was JR specifically.
And she was like, Tokyo Metro.
Yeah.
And we were like, yes,
That's
we
what
are
we
going
want.
on Tokyo Metro. She was like, JR line. And I was like, yes, I realize that's what this is. What are you trying to tell me? And then the one Lisa was talking to said a full sentence in Japanese that explained it. So we were like, oh.
So we had to go to a different one, Tokyo Metro, for commuter pass.
Yeah.
So, she told us the direction. We went there. And we finally got there, filled out another form, all in Japanese again.
Yeah.
And we got in line. Apparently we were in the wrong line, because on the floor, it's taped, color-coded on, which line you should go to. We were apparently staying on the red line.
I was assuming, because often it'll tell you which direction you're supposed to walk. This is the side for exiting, and this is the side for entering the room. So that's what I automatically assumed it was. But no, it was if you're going to this line, go in the red, and if you're going to this line, go with the blue.
Yeah, so it was weird. So, if you want to exit, you gotta, squeeze through.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so you know, we got in line. So we bumped into one of the tutor there at Ayama, who is Takuma. So thank you for helping us, especially Eric. But we'll explain later. But yeah, so you know, got in line. We finally got our car. So we were so confused as to why the people charged us so much.
Because it was like 25,000.
Yeah,
25,100 yen, which is about like $24. No,
what,
$24 bucks. 240 bucks. A little less than that probably. And then we had put down that we wanted to put like $100 on our card because that's how we kind of thought it worked. Like you just put money on and then
you just keep adding on as you.
And so he took like a $10 bill and also put that on, and I was like, so do I have like almost like $250 worth of stuff for tickets on this card?
Yeah, we were so scared. We were panicked. It's like, why did he charge us so much? Like, what is the point of it? Like, what was the reason? Like, because we definitely know there was a $500 deposit, which we would definitely get back once we're done using it.
Mm-hmm. Probably that 500 yen on top of the 200. And then, so we're like, okay, we'll check it. We'll check our balance before we get on the train and after we get on the train and see if it changes. Because my theory was that we get unlimited for Ginza with that $200 charge. Mm-hmm. And so, sure enough, the experiment worked.
Yeah, so her
Didn't take
theory
any
was
of our
right.
money.
So, you know, it was good. It makes sense. So, it's all good. So, if we ever want to go to, like, out of Ginza line, you know, we just add money.
Yep.
But yeah, so, us three, so, Sierra, Jessica, and I got our car, but Eric, apparently he was in the wrong one because his is the Koei line.
Yeah.
So he had to go somewhere else to get it, and so thank God, you know, Takuma was nice enough to, you know, take us there, you know, help him out. Mm-hmm. And it was like all the way to like the other side of the station, all the way to Narnia. So like we traveled all over the station. So that was funny. So his was like pretty fast because he had Takuma, but. Yeah.
And then we were like, we kind of done with today.
Yeah.
We're kind of done with today.
We thought it would be really quick, you know, it's just like fill out the form, get in line, you know, pay and get the card. And like we were going to hang out after, but like after that day, it's like, no, we were like wasted like 2 hours at least at the station. So it's like, let's just go home. So that was
yesterday.
So first day of orientation went pretty well.
Except for the little bit at the end. But.
Yeah. Always the end.
It's always the end.
You know, Japan, you know, throwing us some curveballs, keeping us on our toes. Like, we just don't know what to expect anymore.
So today.
Today. So after orientation was done, you know, we went to the AU orientation. Like, AU is a company that, like, you can, you know, get phones or, like, Wi-Fi routers.
To have a phone in Japan while you're here.
Yeah.
And we wanted to get a Wi-Fi router. That's what we wanted to do. Since we brought our phones, we just need Wi-Fi to use all of our apps to contact people.
It just wasn't worth getting another phone and like have to download all the apps.
Yeah. And we did the math with the monthly payments, and getting another phone wouldn't have been worth it.
After they were done talking, which was really quick, like what, half an hour?
Maybe even like 20 minutes.
20 minutes. So like everyone in the orientation like got up and like went straight to one of the people there and like started getting phones and stuff.
And we found one. We stood right up and we talked to a person. We were like, we want to get a Wi-Fi router.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, chotomate.
Because he didn't know English at all.
So he went to go find someone who spoke English. And so, because we didn't want to deal with the whole signing of a contract in Japanese, because we might mess it up or something.
Yeah, we wouldn't know what's on the contract.
And so we sat there waiting, first for like 20 minutes, and then finally someone came up. And she was like, oh, you only want one Wi-Fi router for both of you. And we're like, yes, we want to split it. We live together. And she was like, oh, chotomate.
And then so we chotomate for 30 minutes.
That means wait, for those of you who don't know.
Like, wait a little.
We chotomate'd for a long time.
So chotomate for like who knows how long, until like a guy who also didn't know English came up to us and like, he handed us
He handed us the contract to try to fill out.
Yeah.
And then he took my residence card, my student ID, Aoyama student ID, and my credit card to go start the contract. And then he came back like 20 minutes later, and he was like, the card...
It didn't work, apparently.
This is the most annoying thing now, because we saw this a lot.
So many times.
And so we were like, oh, maybe it's because it's a debit card, but the sign had said debit cards were fine.
Mm-hmm.
So
and, like, Visa was okay, too.
I tried my other one. I tried my ATM card. That didn't work either. And he was like, okay, we're all gonna go shopping to the AU store. And we're like, what? Okay. So we went with a bunch of other people who also still needed things, because apparently we had to, like, get out of the room or something. Mm-hmm. We could no longer be on Aoyama campus, so we had to walk into Shibuya to the AU store. And so we sat down in the upstairs of the AU store. And that is where we sat.
Yeah, sat for a very long time. So, like, we were at Aoyama for, like, 2 hours or less than that.
Maybe an hour and a half.
An hour and a half. And then went to AU for, like, a long time. So we waited again until, like, everyone, the people there, you know, came back, got ready, you know, had all the necessary paperwork and stuff. And, like, one of the guys was, like, you know, came to us and, like, you guys are last.
He was like, I'm sorry. They have 2 devices. And they have 2 devices. You 2 want 1, so you are last. And we're like, huh? Excuse me? Why? I was like, no.
I was like, last? Bitch, please.
And so, we were like, fine, whatever. We can wait. And then, he helps one woman. And they had to explain to this woman, like,
3 times.
3 to 4 times the same thing. He was like, no, you don't pay this fee for the first month. You pay it for the other months after. And it was like on and on and on. And
she just couldn't get it out. She was just being difficult.
difficult. And she was there with like 3 other people. They were all there. And they wanted all these deals. They were asking all these questions about discounts.
So, like, they were, like, you know, butting up to get better discount and stuff. It's like, come on. Like, do you not see us waiting here for a long time?
We had, at one point, we were, like, both asleep. Like,
we
I was against the wall. I was, like, on the back of my chair.
Like, we did, like, snooze a little until, like, one of the salespersons, you know, just, like, popped out of nowhere and scared the hell out of us.
He kneeled next to my head and was like, "Sumimasen!" And I, like,
we both, like, jumped. It's like, what?
And so he was like, I'm gonna go do your contract. And so he ran off. They're still dealing with these other people. And we're like, at least he's gonna do our contract while they're still working with the people ahead of us. We're like, okay, maybe we're gonna get it faster now. No,
it's just, it got worse.
It got worse because he didn't come back for like 45 minutes. And then every time he came back, all he said was like, "Chotto mate."
Yeah, it's like, "Sumimasen, gomenasai." It's like,
please wait.
Sorry.
And we're like, okay, we'd be less angry if you would tell us what it is that is taking so long. Like, if there's a problem, maybe we could leave and come back another day. Like,
they didn't update us at all. Like, you didn't tell us what was going on. So, like, we were clueless. So we were just sitting there waiting for 5 years.
And they did have a worker who spoke both Japanese and English almost fluently.
Yeah.
And she kept like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. You girls have been here for so long." And we were like,
Yeah, you don't say.
And then finally, like after 3 hours at the place, we were just sitting at this table.
There.
We couldn't do anything. They didn't have a toilet, so we couldn't
I really had to use the bathroom. And I was holding it for 2 hours, like...
And it was 8 p.m. We were starving. We hadn't eaten since lunchtime. We were so hungry.
And tired.
And we were falling asleep at the table. And then finally this lady's like, the English-speaking one, she was like, I have to go. My boss is telling me to go to another place, but he says about 10 more minutes, they'll write up your contract, you'll be ready to go. And we were like, okay.
Okay, 10 minutes.
We could do 10 more minutes, although they had told us like 20 more minutes like 3 different times. But we were like, okay, 10 more minutes, please.
And then, bam, they come back up with... Dun, 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 dun.
Cheese ramen.
Cup noodle.
At first, we thought it was just a sorry that it took so long.
Yeah.
That is what we thought.
From the very first, we thought it was the Wi-Fi router, honestly, because, like, we didn't see the logo or anything. It's like, whoa, that's a huge-ass Wi-Fi router.
I was like, I hope they didn't misunderstand and we didn't need one, like, plugged into the wall, that we needed a portable one.
This isn't what he showed us, like, at Aoyama, because he asked us, like, what color do you guys want? It's like, oh, we want the pink. And then, like, here, like, it's a pink box. It's like, like, is this a Wi-Fi router? It's like, is there a box in the box? Like, boxception right here. But no, it was actually a cup noodle as a apology.
And so we
for
were
like waiting so long.
We laughed really hard actually at him.
Yeah.
Not at him, but
No,
like when he brought it up, we were so tired. We were laughing really hard.
It's like, what is this?
Because we thought at that point, we thought it was an apology for it taking
Yeah.
so long. So we were like, oh, sure, ramen, that's really nice of you. Thank you so much. And then he brings us downstairs. And we're like, oh, we're going to get our Wi-Fi. We're going to get our Wi-Fi finally after all this time. And he walks us to the door.
The door.
Straight to the door.
I was like, are we going to go down and get the Wi-Fi? It's like,
Lisa and I are standing in the door. We're like, where's our Wi-Fi router?
We were so dumbfounded. It's like, what just happened?
And all he said was, card.
It didn't work at all because who knows what, like with Japan regulation, whatever.
She said they had to check it because it was an international card, and apparently there were a lot of requests for international checking, whatever.
So like the whole time we were waiting, they were like calling, getting all these requests and stuff.
But no one was telling us that. And so then the other dude who spoke more English than the one who's telling us that the card didn't work, he was like, you have to go to a bank and get a bank card.
A Japanese bank.
And then that'll take about a week, is what I understood he was saying.
Yeah.
And then come back and get a Wi-Fi router. And we were like, we sat for 5 hours.
5 hours. So
in
like
those
from
little wooden
Ayama,
chairs.
from Ayama to there, 4 to 9. 5 hours. Just
We had no Wi-Fi, so we couldn't use our phones. We didn't bring any books. We had nothing to do. We sat there staring at the wall for 5 hours.
listening to Old Lang Syne for an hour.
Yeah, the store was closing since like 8 to 9. It was playing Old Lang Syne with like a little lady in the background going, we are closing soon.
Please pack up all your stuff.
Don't leave your belongings. And Old Lang Syne on repeat for at least an hour. It started... No.
It was like maybe 10 or 15 minutes before closing, I say.
Yeah, and it was supposed to close at 8. So we listened for an hour and 20 minutes straight of Old Lang Syne.
At first it was fine, because like...
And we were singing along. And the dude laughed at us.
It's like, oh, you know?
Yeah.
Is it an American song? It's like, no.
I was like, I think it's a pretty famous song.
Yeah, it's famous, but it's not...
Not American. But... So we were ushered out the door with our ramen and no Wi-Fi.
So we were pretty pissed.
We were just like, no. That's got to be wrong.
We wasted 5 hours of our time at AU.
Fate was against us, again.
Always.
And so we sat for a long time. And I have a headache still. I should probably take Tylenol before I go to bed. Because I got a headache like halfway through. Yeah, we should go to sleep. Because that was just so stressful.
We just wanted a Wi-Fi router. Is that
we were
so hard?
so excited to finally have Wi-Fi going around. And it would have been useful because after Lisa had to use the bathroom, she went inside a grocery store. And the second she walked inside, the guy's like, "Sumimasen, we are closing." And he was telling me in Japanese. He's like, "Please go back to behind the door. I have to lock up." And I was like, "But Lisa." I was like, "But she just went in." He was like, "Daijoubu desu ka?" And I was like, "Daijoubu?" And then, so I waited as he brings his grate down. And I'm like, well, I'm going to wait here.
Yeah.
So hopefully Lisa can find me.
After I was done using the bathroom, I went back the same way, and I figured, like, the door was closed, so I was like, I tried to open it, it's like, oh, it's locked. Crap. How do I get out? So I was like, escalator! I had to go back all the way around to meet up with
And there I'm
Sierra.
standing with the ramen like, Lisa! Lisa!
So, like, I ran back to Sierra so she didn't have to wait, so we could go home, because we were hungry.
And all I could think there was like, wow, if one of us had Wi-Fi, we would be able to find each other, because like the other person could find Wi-Fi. But no.
Oh, it's just our luck.
But we did end the evening on a nice note.
Yeah, we had Indian food for dinner, which was really good. You know,
Right
we went
by
into
our
the
place.
restaurant. It was such a nice setting. You know, they were playing Bollywood music. It was like, you know, very
beautiful little restaurant. The guy was really nice and trilingual. We are so impressed by how many people are trilingual that we've met today.
Yeah.
A lot of the people at AU, even though the service was really bad, there were a lot of people who spoke a lot of languages, which was impressive.
we need to step up our game.
We do. But the Indian food was so delicious.
It was worth it. We will definitely go back there.
Definitely
again.
go back. And we took takeout, so we just brought it home.
It
and
was so fast
wonderful.
too. Their takeout, like, they make food like that.
Like 5 minutes, the food was ready. It was really good. And we grabbed donuts too. because we were like,
We
you know what?
We deserve that. You know, we deserve a treat.
Treat yourself today, because
After that 5
we
hours.
sat in a dry room. You needed to pee for 5 hours.
But it did give us hot water.
Yeah.
But that's it. Hot water and
Little
noodles.
cup. And so, here we are without Wi-Fi and cheese
Our
noodles.
cheese ramen, you know, we'll let you know how it tastes.
I really hope it tastes good.
But they could have given us 2, because 1 for each of us. Like,
Yeah,
that's the least we
I'm
can
gonna eat all these 12. Lisa needs her own 12.
Right? Like, the least you can just give us 2, because there's like 2 of us.
Nope. That was our adventure today.
But yeah, AU. I don't know about AU anymore. We have
They
to
were
find...
trying really hard, and they were very pleasant employees.
And it was past their shift, too.
She was supposed to get out at 5 p.m. when our orientation was supposed to be done, but she had to stay to help them, like, speak to us, because not a lot of them spoke English. She had to stay till, like, 8:30 to talk to us, so we felt really bad, because she wasn't the one trying to do anything for us. And the other guy, it's not his fault that the thing was backed up. But we really think they should have communicated with us better to say why we were waiting, and then we could have chosen for ourselves to be like, maybe we'll come back another day, or the card.
Like, we could have gone out to dinner and then come back or something.
Yeah.
It's like, we were told nothing.
We were just getting more and more annoyed as time went by, and like they kept saying, sorry, 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 and that just got more
Sorry
annoying.
isn't good enough.
Neither is ramen, people!
Cheese
Neither
ramen!
is ramen. Okay.
So that was our 2 days. Yeah. But yeah, so tomorrow we also have orientation again. And then hopefully it'll end on a good note.
Well,
Because
I
4
think-
to 5 was our partay with the tutors and all other international kids.
And we have a health checkup tomorrow.
Yeah.
We have to pee
Urine sample,
in a little cup.
tube.
A little, well,
Well,
we have
you
to-
got pee in a cup
a little
and then
box.
transfer it to the
and
tube.
then pour it into a tube, and then carry it all day in a little baggie to health checkup tomorrow. And I hope I don't have to get my blood drawn, because I hate that. I hate that. We'll see.
Yay, health checkup.
But here's hoping that the party is good.
Yep.
There are some really nice international kids here, so.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Peace.
Good night.